Hello, and welcome back to another episode of God's Domain Podcast. Long time no see. So, if you're, into all the planetary situations and stuff like that, like I am, it's been a couple of retrogrades, a couple of eclipses, a couple of moon cycles. Your girl been going through it. On top of that, closing out, what was that, Mercury retrograde, because we just came out of Venus retrograde as well, coming out of Mercury retrograde. Before that, during the retrograde, like I was having some system issues, my own mental health was feeling a little, just a lot of anxiety. Of course, when you decide to become a full-time creator, um life gets weird, because especially when you're responsible for other people, because you're no longer depending on 9 to 5 regular income and things of that nature. So it tends to become stressful when you're, trying to have the faith and keep the strength, to go on when you're trying to be an entrepreneur, when you're trying to build a legacy and a brand of your own. If you have no support system, if you don't have friends, you don't have people there backing you other than the people that see you on social media from time to time, then you know how much of a struggle that is and how it's just hard sometimes. And when I get overwhelmed and stressed like that lately, I've learned to sometimes I just put stuff down. I guess it was a little bit of a creative blockage as well, and I really do, as crazy as it sounds, like I know it's not crazy, it's just factual. There's a spiritual war going on. With everything that's going on in the world, there is a war on creatives, on our minds. They don't want people that are the truth tellers as well. They don't want the truth speakers, the artists, the creatives to be free. And so spiritual attacks don't necessarily mean, ooh, the ghouls and goblins is coming to get you. It could just be overwhelm. It could be procrastination. It could be um your computer acting up and just giving you a hard time during Mercury retrograde. And instead of you throwing that motherfucker against the wall, you exit and you take a few steps back and you just go and enjoy your family. Because then it doesn't become fun anymore. It takes away from what you're really trying to do. Because I believe in everything that I'm doing. I see the vision. I know that it's going somewhere. And you just have to trust the process. And sometimes I have to remind myself that, because I have faith in what I'm doing. I have unshakable faith. This is the strongest I've felt about something ever, really, honestly, because I've lived a lot of lives. I've had a lot of careers. Starting from my first job, I was a telemarketer. Then I worked for McDonald's. Then I eventually married my high school sweetheart, moved down to Biloxi, Mississippi. I worked a cashier at Walmart. Then I became a children's caregiver at a daycare. Then from there, I joined the army so that I could make a better life for my child. Because for me, that was establishing the foundation that my children, if I have children, they need, because that's schooling, that's housing, that's starting off for the military. For me, was very helpful in establishing a firm foundation for me and my legacy, because my children are my legacy. I'm not giving no niggas credit over here, not even gonna hold you. These children are mine, and I put in the work to make sure that their lives are the bomb while I'm here and while I'm not here. And so I went to the army. I wanted to be a nurse at one point. I've always been interested in the sciences, and especially medical sciences. But I realized that I don't want to be a caregiver to a lot of adult humans, because they are not good people. So then I realized, no, I don't want to do nursing. But of course, that schooling and that experience, I absorbed that. That is a part of me. And school for business administration, go Bulldog. And here we are. I decided that I want to be an entrepreneur, build a brand that helps women entrepreneurs, and their children live better lives, because that's what I'm passionate about. I see so many stories about women just crashing the fuck out. Hold on, let me stop this clicker. I always forget that. So if you hear this on the feed, where I stream it on Apple and Spotify and stuff, my bad. I forget to turn that clicker off, but I'm a one-man show. So I be forgetting shit sometimes. But my brand is to help women feel good about themselves, to master themselves, to discover themselves. Because through all of those things, that's how I figured out who I am. I went through all of those experiences and what a lot of people would call mistakes and going down the wrong road, so that I could become the leader that I am today. To share my experiences, to prevent people from going through them, and to just shed light for people that are going through them right now, currently, as we speak. And to just be that light that helped them see when they're in a dark space, because it gets dark, especially, we all live here on earth. We know what the fuck is going on. We know it's hard. And if you are a single mother like me, you tapped into all of this shit. You trying to make sure your children fed. You keeping a roof over their head. You trying to keep your mental right. And you don't want to take all that bullshit out that you carrying onto your kids, because that's what that is. When our parents was cussing us the fuck out and beating the fuck out of us, it's because they couldn't square up with nobody at work. They couldn't fight them niggas at work. They came home and they took it out on us. And I'm trying to keep people from doing that, because your kids don't have nothing to do. You brought them here. They didn't know what the fuck was going on. I guarantee you, if you had asked your kids before you decided to conceive them, and you gave them a brief of what was going on out here, and like, okay, so is you ready for us to conceive you? I bet you they wouldn't have opted in. So how dare you bring them here and then be mean to them like they knew what they was getting themselves into? It's not cool. So I'm trying to help people see that, because I know a lot of people not going to receive my message. I know my message is not for everybody. I know it's not. A lot of people like to be stuck and set in their old, nasty, negative ways of doing things, because that's what it is. If you are still tied to those toxic family dynamics and friendship dynamics that enable you to have bad behavior, you're not going to grow. That's why I severed ties from all my relationships. Not gonna fucking lie to you. I've been a lone woman standing for a while, and it was hard at first. Not gonna lie to you, because that's all I ever knew. I've had friends for years. I was always just my mama. I love my aunt. I always looked up to my aunt. She, and she is a boss bitch to me. Like, she full bird colonel in the army. Just doing the damn thing. I've always loved my family, my aunts and my uncles. My one uncle, because my uncle was the only on my mom's side, and I was around them a lot. That's why I say that. But even on my dad's side, like, I've always honored the people in my family, and it took a while for me to see that I wasn't getting that in return. I was never seen for who I really was. It took me a while to even realize that I am that bitch. Like, it's not even just a whole, it's not even on the aesthetic level. It's not me making up some shit like this, the shit you hear in the song, like, I'm that bitch, like on a material thing, like on a cellular level, it's in my birth chart, it's in my bones, it's in my blood, it's me. And I didn't know that because, one, if you don't have people around you speaking life into you, letting you know that you that bitch from birth, you gonna go through some things. And I had to. I've accepted it. I was very resentful towards my family for a while, because I was like, if they had did all of this, especially when it comes to my neurodivergency diagnosis, I remember in first grade, this teacher, Miss Sneed, she could not stand me. And I can't stand that bitch to this day. Rest in peace, bitch. But she was so mean to me. And instead of people trying to see what's wrong with kids and why they act the way they act, people are real quick to just make it worse. And the reason I say this, not saying other children deserve to be, I think children just have different needs. But I know in the first grade, Miss Sneed was my first grade teacher, first or second. I know that it was small elementary, little kid elementary, right? I got all A's except for conduct, and I got a D in conduct because I talk too much. And I'm not saying that you're supposed to talk in class and be disrupting the classroom. No, no, no. But my problem, I would have a behavioral problem. And it was because I was joking and trying to make people laugh in class and just trying to be I was considered a comedian because another one of my teachers, Miss Kirby, she told me, because I got in trouble for my conduct again, she would always be like, Stacy gonna go far, but she gotta learn when and when not to do that. It's been a constant. The universe has always put people in my life to tell me that, like, you need to learn. I guess it's the Sag in me. It's always been like, you need to know when to turn that shit on, turn that shit off. Because I'm a clown. Not gonna hold you. What was that? Oh, shit. Okay, we back. I had some technical difficulties. Like I said, I'm a one-woman show. But I was always a clown. Like, I wasn't trying to even be bad. It was just trying to make people laugh because I saw how they treated me, how I was treated at home. I've always loved Robin Williams, and that's why I bring him up. If you probably already catching on when I bring him up. But the saddest people be the people that want to be the life of the party because they don't want nobody else sad. And let me give you a disclaimer as well. When I tell my stories, I don't want nobody feeling bad for me. I don't give a fuck how you feel about it. I don't do this to make people feel bad. I tell my story to let you know that you ain't the only one with this story. You're not alone. It's going to be okay. And to show people it's light at the end of the tunnel. I never want sympathy or people to feel bad like I'm trying to get, because a lot of people do that on the internet. They tell their story to get attention. I'm trying to do something with my story. I'm trying to be productive with my story. I'm not using my story to energy harvest off people, make people feel bad for me. I'm trying to do something with this shit. I'm trying to take my pain and turn it into something, right? I'm going to take this pain and turn it into something, okay? I'm loving me. Y'all don't know nothing about that song. But I just wanted to make everybody feel good. I used to try to get people to see me as somebody important or worthy or whatever. It's a lot of stuff. I can talk and go on and on about that forever. But I say all that to say that if I had had the right nurturing and guidance, I could have avoided a lot of things and things could be differently. And I'm trying to, especially for it's women that just don't even know where to start. And I want to help people figure out where to start. I'm going to always say human design. And if you need a reading, book your reading with me at domain.com. Of course, shameless plug. Go look up your human design on my website. There's a tool on my website. Even if you if you can't afford a reading, you just look up your human design and do the research yourself if you have the time to do that. But I am focused on getting this shit done. I have a message to tell. So it's been hard. And I won't say I was throwing in the towel, but it was just, sometimes you got to go back to the drawing board. And then don't nobody be talking. I feel alone because don't nobody be talking about shit. It was like for a while, there was like a lot of, and maybe it was just on my For You page, you know, from what I look like. I try to avoid drama, but there was a lot of bickering amongst women because I know women hate themselves. Women hate women. They hate themselves. It's a lot of mother wounds and shit that need to be healed, and people not really digging deep and trying to do it. People too scared to cut off the dead weight. I'm not. I cut off a lot of people that just did not see me for the light that I truly am, and I have no problem with that. And so, it was a lot of bickering on a lot of the socials, especially when it comes to women and women and children. I'm probably gonna say this every episode, I don't care, but I don't know what it is, and the hate against women, mothers, and their children, and just like people harp on women for having so many kids. I'm not even gonna say I get that. Like, my thing is, if you don't fucking like something, why you don't just scroll or just not say nothing? That's giving energy. It's energy. Y'all don't understand energy is a currency. Like when a bitch be trying to fuck with me and irritate me and make me mad, or somebody trolling in the comments and stuff, I either delete it or just block them. Like, I don't even go, that's energy. I don't even get, I'm not saying shit. Fuck you. Like this girl one time when I used to, this happens. Somebody always be trying to fuck with me when I in the workplace. That's another reason why I just can't do 9 to 5s. I'm not saying I'm better than nobody, but it's hoes is still 16 in the brain, still trying to be the most popular girl in school because that's where they was somebody. So when you get in these workplaces and hoes be trying to play games, play them childish ass games, right? This one girl, she was just trying to provoke me, just fuck with me. It's like people, I don't know if people either think I'm a punk or they want to see what I'm capable of. I don't know what it is. And I know I sometimes give slow, like by the way that I talk or whatever. I don't know. That's fine too. But they just be trying to fuck with me. They confuse. People be trying to see what they can do, right? And when I don't give them that gets the crazy reaction because they want that. They feed off of your energy. Whether you upset, whether you cry in front of them, people feed off of that. People feed off of the energy you give them, good or bad. Some people, they don't care. They just need it. So I don't give it. If you see a bitch on TikTok that got 50 kids, right? Who are you to go in the comment section or to make a video, even if it is your platform? Make a platform and talk about how we can do something different in the world, how we can build some community centers for these kids these women didn't have because they're here now. Like, how do you build a platform to just shame like, you stupid dumb bitch, you done had all them kids and then them kids shouldn't even fucking be here. And then you doing this. I've made videos. I have talked about things, but I don't shame. I make videos with the intention that them girls will see my videos and say, maybe I could do this better with my parenting. Maybe I could cook a healthier meal like this instead of just getting fast food or microwaving something. I'm trying to teach. Y'all are making videos and commentary with the intent to shame, bullying, just like our parents did. Y'all not gonna square up with nobody in real life, but y'all will make a video because that's the only time somebody gonna listen to you. And then people love mess, so y'all congregate to see, well, they mess worse than mine. How you know? Low key, some of them people that's done had 50 kids, they kids, even in the circumstances, they better than you already. They are better people than a lot of you grown ass adults. Probably will be better people than y'all grown ass adults. That's just really how I feel about it. But my brand ain't built on shaming. I don't want to shame. I don't ever want, because how I'm gonna help somebody? Ain't no woman gonna want to come help me. She's like, damn, she looking at me like that. Yeah, you should be secure in yourself, enough, and shouldn't be worried about what people think. But you can't help people. We can't have no movement. We can't have no safe space. We can't do the shit that we trying to do if y'all motherfuckers is mean and shameful all the time. And I'm gonna say that shit every episode. You motherfuckers with your stinky doo-doo shaming people. And then you have the nerve to go to, it's Easter coming up. Then y'all had the nerve to go to church on Sunday and be singing and wailing and crying to Jesus. And Jesus would not like you. Jesus wouldn't fuck with none of y'all. Because y'all some mean ass bitches. Jesus fucked with the hoes and the strippers, and Jesus fucked with the girls that had 11 kids. Jesus fucked with the YNs. Jesus fucked with the people that was the bottom of the bottom. Because you got to be, if you a leader, you can't be shaming people. You got to understand where people come from. There is a hierarchy. I had to accept that there will be a hierarchy, but at the same time, you still have to be relatable, and like you gotta, I'm trying to think of the right word. I can't think of the right word right now, but I'm gonna think of it later. But people need to do better, and you're not, I don't know who the fuck y'all think y'all is, that's all. But I just came on here to talk my shit. I said, I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna just talk and and that's another reason why some like my episodes, because I ain't been on here in about a month. I don't like that, but I got my episodes pushed out. It's not stopping. Consistency is key. It's just that life was getting at your girl, and I had to just take a step back and regroup, because when it comes to your creative projects, you can't force it. And then I be liking to be super cute, like, not like I can't, because I'm on camera right now. If you look on YouTube, your girl ain't got no bra on. I got on my 90s shirt and my little bonnet, my little crochet bonnet. I'm not cute today. And I'm going to start just getting on here and just speaking soon as this shit hit me. I be trying to make shit perfect. And I have to accept that it's not going to be that. I was just trying to be, it's my show, like a talk show. Like, I want to come on here and be, like Stacy Show. But I'm just going to come on here and start talking because I got shit to say. That's what I wanted my podcast name to be in the first place. Fun fact. It was going to be, I got some shit to say. But I think some weird bitch stole it or tried to steal. I don't know. But I got some shit to say and I'm going to start saying it. I'm going to just start. Don't be surprised if it's just episode. I didn't, paid up my RSS feed. You know what I'm saying? I done paid my shit up for the year. I got shit to say. So I'm finna just be I'm finna just be popping my shit. And the people that's supposed to hear it gonna hear it, because I'm building a community right now, even if it's me by myself. You feel me? It's me, and I'm just hoping that whoever needs what I'm offering hears me and finds me. Because this is a judgment-free zone. I teach. I don't judge. I teach. I don't shame. So, thanks for tuning in to another episode of God's Domain Podcast, and I will see you on the next one.